What is up, guys? Meikitamemo here, and welcome to my YouTube or Twitch, most likely Twitch. You know, since I'm not streaming, but let me first get my cards. Just give me a second here, guys. See if I got double ones. Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure for how long I will play, but you know, I am going to play. Cigarette. Let's go to Lord Hagen.
Will you look at that?
What do you want?
Don't think that I respect you now, just because you're one of us. I'll tell you something. No matter what you're wearing, I can see right through you. To me, you're just a greasy little idler, nothing more.
What's your problem?
What's your
I know people of your sort. All talk, no guts. I detest somebody who dresses up all important and brags about his heroic deeds. Just yesterday, I slugged one of the boys here in the mouth because he claimed he could bring down a black troll with one hand tied behind his back.
So what?
What's that supposed to mean? So what? Have you ever seen a black troll, Big Mouth? Do you have any idea how big those monsters are, man?
Man.
If you just get one step too close to them, they'll tear you to pieces.
I'm not telling you anything yet.
Black troll, no problem.
You're asking for it, huh? I ought to rip your head off. But I've got a better idea. If you're such a great fighter, then prove it.
What's in it for me?
Stupid question. Your honor and your jaw in one piece?
That's not a whole lot, is it?
Shall we say, I'll pay you a ton of money if you bring me the hide of a black troll. How's that sound?
Better.
Then what are you waiting for?
So don't tell me that.
So what you waiting for? Everything else alright.
Don't babble so much. Go and get me that black troll hide.
Is that you, XO?
Get away with that.
If it is, then no. Welcome, viewer. I thought for a second it was XO.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Got a reward for that guy. For being supportive. Alright, so let's go to... What the... Is it just me, or are there minor lag frames, spikes, however you want to call it? Is the buzzing noise fixed, by the way? I think it is. Just yeah, buzzing noise is fixed. Okay, that's good. That is good. Set 47 learning points. 120 dexterity. Nice. That means I don't have to train my dexterity anymore. Well, aside from the fact that I wear rings that give me dexterity and a belt, but 120 is 120, so I'm gonna waste the rest into strength. No, I'm gonna make permanent potions for that, I think. I could invest a bit into strength, because I need 120 strength and 120 dexterity for the best weapon in the game, and the faster I can get it, the easier the game will be. Because that weapon in particular is the strongest weapon in the game, hands down. Even better than Claw Bowyer. And that blade is OP. Well, let's get to the city of Khorinis to talk to Lord Hagen about the peace offering. Peace offering for the Paladins. Honored Lord Hagen, we are both aware of your situation. I therefore propose the following arrangement. Grant me and my men total absolution before Enos and before the king. In return, we offer to assist you in the defense of the town and the surrounding lands. Moreover, I personally shall see to it that my men steer clear of the surrounding farms, except of course that of Onar, where we will continue to be stationed. I'm aware that there is enough room for myself and some of my men on the ship aboard, which you will depart to the mainland. When you set sail, I want this to be on board. I beseech you, make your decision with all the wisdom given to you. Signed by General Lee. Because Lee was a former guard, well, personal guard of the king, before he was thrown into the valley, also known as the prison of Khorinis. But Lord Hagen is stupid. He doesn't have that much wisdom, you know. So he's gonna decline it pretty much, well, for the men, not for Lee himself. Oh. Let's see if there's a mage has a message. I don't think so, but no. If I remember correctly, I still have to explore this part. The Fortress will give me the quest for him, not the other way around. Okay. What is up, another viewer? Welcome, mate. Climb it, there you go. Alright, so now let's continue to the city of Khorinis. Deliver this peace message. He will say, you know, I have to get improved from the valley, and that's where I can join the Ring of Water, and thus go to Onar. Let me check my rings and such. 5, 10, 20. 20 dex and 20 dex and 20 strength. So I need a long way to go. But as soon as I can make permanent potions, which I will get late game, very late game, I can make tons of strength potions called Bernando, I think it's a potion, or Embargo, something like that, at any rate, which required lizard eggs. Can we loot this place? Apparently not, but... Weird. Oh no, I went through the up area. Like 2 days ago, something like that. I was working on making the highlights on my Twitch channel, so if you're curious guys, go to my Twitch channel, go to my previous, to my highlights, and you will have lots of episodes to check from. Gothic 1, Gothic 2, which I'm currently doing, and Risen 1. I made those highlights so I can upload them later on to my YouTube channel with 100% accurate timestamps. Each episode is about 30 to about 45 minutes. Some are shorter, none of them are longer than 45 minutes. Well, one video I think was about 47 minutes, you know, but they will have timestamps, and it will get me lesser views, you know, lesser minutes watched on YouTube, but I'm not only doing
I'll never
it,
get this open
you know,
without the
in the
right
long
key.
run for money. I'm also doing this as some sort of a let's play, meet guide, you know, meet tips and tricks, and just a let's play, as in, you know, complete the game, complete the series, go to the second path if people want it. I will do all 3 paths eventually, with both Risen, with Risen and Gothic, and eventually I will also play some Need for Speed, GTAs if I have them on Steam, you know, The Witchers. The more games I can play, the better. And some certain games like the Gothic and Risen games have multiple paths to take. And that's why they will have not 1 path, not 2 paths, but 3 paths. You know, when it comes to Risen and Gothic, they will have 3 Let's Play paths that will be uploaded to YouTube and time-stamped. But I already done all 3 paths and then it got hacked and such, you know. My previous YouTube channel, which was not all that big, about 40 subscribers, about 2,000-3,000 minutes watched, and that's quite a bit since my videos were, you know, 1 hour, some 2 hours, some even 3 hours. They were just the streams and not episodes, which were all time-stamped, and people enjoyed it, you know. But it got hacked, so I have to redo it, which is not a big of a deal. I can only progress from there, make better timestamps, shorter episodes, so it's more enjoyable for people to watch, and timestamp them, which is, you know, something that costs a lot of work, a lot of time, but I do it with love, and all of my games eventually will have their timestamps, all of them. Getaway pot. You know, that timestamps could be different each time. They can be level ups, conversations with NPCs, training stuff, getting strength, dexterity, wisdom, you know, whatever is important in a particular playthrough, ranking ups, questing, everything will be in there. If you want to check it out, I already have about 31 or 32 episodes on my YouTube channel of the Risen series with 100% timestamps, and people are going to enjoy it. It's a lot of work, but it will help me to become big ASAP, so I can help people out, paying people to do the timestamps for me, like my gaming community, you know, that I will hire my viewers, my supporters, by saying, you know, you want a timestamp for me, and I will pay you to do the timestamps for me. And if I ever get big, you know, I will pay other people to play video games, do it for a living, because I want to make a difference here. You know, I want to have a professional gaming job for myself, but I also want to set it up that not only I will be able to join, because if I can become big as a particular gamer, every single human being that wants to be a professional gamer can become one. It only takes estimatedly about 2 to 5 years. Depends on how much content you upload, depends on how you do it, in order to be some sort of unique. And for me, that is timestamping. For me, you know, I make timestamps, shorter episodes, beat every game on every path, beat all the games 100% on the highest difficulties. So there are for me plenty of reasons, you know, to be unique in some small way, because of course I'm not the only one that does it, you know, of course not, but it gives some uniqueness, you know, and that's a good thing to have a plan in your head about how you're gonna do this and how you're gonna be unique. I'm not the worst. I'm not the world's best commentary guy, you know. When it comes to commentary, some people might find me talking too soft, some people might find me boring to listen to, you know, that's okay. I'm not saying that I'm a good commentary let's player, but what makes me unique is I'm doing let's plays, beat games on highest difficulty, timestamp them, and just rock and roll basically, you know, and then in the hope that eventually I will get monthly paychecks out of them, whether it's 500 euros, 1,000 euros, or 10,000 euros, doesn't matter to me. But the more I earn, the better life I can have myself, and the more money I can give to the community to support the community. By the way, Abuyin, I've got a new tobacco blend. Here you go, honey tobacco.
Let me try your tobacco. This tastes incredible. I've never had a better smoke in my life. How did you prepare this blend?
I mixed the tobacco with honey.
You have done well, father of the art of blending. I would be delighted to fill my miserable pipes with this.
Fill her up then.
Thank you, son of generosity. No other blend could be as good as this one. I shall buy every bit you can bring me of this.
Now, this is not going to be very rewarding, but only about 10 pieces of gold, or 10 gold pieces.
It is a great pleasure doing business with you.
You will enjoy the honey tobacco, and since I will get apple tobacco regular for free, and honey, which I steal from houses, etc., might as well make use of it, right? So let's talk. First with Lord Hagen.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Do I still have the amulet of the searching will of the wisp? And yeah, I do. Which is good, because, you know, it's not really that important of an amulet, but it's very handy. It will help you fight, it will help you find things that normally elude the naked eye.
No idea, you tell me.
Know who to believe these days.
Let's go to Lord Hagen. Don't get snotty.
Halt! Only men who are in service to the king may enter the town hall.
Now, since I have 120 dexterity, that means not only do I need strength to wear the best weapon of the game, but it also means that I can pickpocket every single NPC, which is beautiful. Every time you pickpocket, you will get XP, and having 120 dex makes you OP as fuck, because Diego is the highest guy when it comes to picking pockets, and he requires 120 dexterity. I've got that through rings, training, and a belt. But let me through. I bear a message from the Mercenaries.
All right, but I'm warning you. If you cause any trouble here, you won't have time to regret it.
I'm gonna cause lots of trouble. Lots of it.
I have already heard of you. Lothar has reported that you wish to speak with me. You are the stranger who has demanded the Eye of Enos. I am Lord Hagen. Paladin of the King, warrior of our Lord Enos, and Commander-in-Chief of Khorinis. I have much to do, so do not waste my time. Tell me, rather, why you are here.
What do you know about the Sacred Eye of Enos?
What do you...
It is a divine artifact. In the old prophecies, it is mentioned in connection with dragons. However, the scriptures also say that only a chosen of Enos can wear it.
I bring a peace offering from the Mercenaries.
I bring an...
Show me. I know General Lee. I also know the circumstances under which he was condemned to forced labor in the colony. I consider him to be an honorable man. I am prepared to grant him absolution, only to him. This does not apply to his men, however. Most of them are dishonorable cutthroats and have earned their punishment. I shall certainly not offer them absolution. Report that to him. Was that all?
Not really. The large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons determined to conquer the country.
In the Valley of Mines, we have dispatched an expedition there.
Hey, Black
We are
Tick.
also aware of reports that say
Sup,
the
brother?
pass there is
How have you
occupied by
been doing, Mage?
orcs. But thus far, no news has reached me of an army of evil. Is this merely a trick to make me believe that it is necessary to form an alliance with the mercenaries?
No.
What army is that supposed to be?
An army of dragons who have gathered hosts of their minions around them.
Dragons? According to the old scriptures, it is many centuries since dragons were last sighted. Tell me, why should I believe a word you say?
But the question isn't whether you can believe me. The question is whether you can afford not to believe me when I tell the truth.
As long as I have no proof, I cannot afford to send even more men there.
Why, in the first place, have you come to Khorinis?
What?
We are on an important mission for the kingdom. Our orders come directly from King Robar. I told you that we have sent an expedition to the Valley of Mines. That is the reason for our presence.
And what are your men doing in the Valley of Mines?
What?
I see no reason to reveal that to you.
So you want me to bring you proof?
Precisely. Cross the pass and go to the
I'm doing
Valley
good,
of
mate.
Mines.
Slept a bit
Once
too
there,
long.
seek out
No,
the
not
expedition,
really.
and when you have found them, speak to Commander
doing good.
Raoul. If anyone knows the situation there, he will. If he confirms your words, then I am prepared to help you.
Does that mean you'll hand over the Eye of Enos to me?
The Eye of Enos. Good. Bring me proof. Then I shall see to it that you are permitted to wear the amulet.
Then can I say I've got your word on this matter?
You can, for you have it.
Oh, jolly. But how am I supposed to get across the pass?
I shall give you the key to the gate to the pass. However, you will have to find your own way through the ranks of the orcs. May Enos protect you.
Return. What are your men doing in the valley?
What?
All right. Since you're going there anyway, I might as well tell you. This is all about the magic ore. It can decide the outcome of the war. Without enough weapons made of magic ore, the king's army does not stand the slightest chance against the elite warriors of the orcs. As soon as our ship is fully laden with ore, we shall sail back to the mainland.
The war against the orcs is going badly then.
I have already told you too much.
Very well.
According to the reports I've received, the Valley of Mines is a dangerous place. Make sure to equip yourself well before you leave.
How is the situation on the mainland?
How is...
The war isn't won yet, although the royal troops are already driving back the orcs. But small bands of orcs are gathering in many places, trying to scatter our army. They fight without honor and without faith, and therefore we shall prevail in the end.
They do not fight without honor, and most certainly not without faith, because the orcs have the honor. Their honor is survival. Because the reason why they invoked the Sleeper in the first place was to defeat their enemy clan. It is not another orc clan, it is humanity that drove the orcs from the world in the first place. King Robar the First, I think, or King Robar the Second, I'm not quite sure. You know, they just didn't like orcs, and just attack them. And that's when the sleeper was invoked. That's their honor. Their honor is their survival, and their faith is Bowyer. Because once they have woken up the sleeper, which is an archdemon from you know, the realms of Bowyer itself, if the terms of the gods are to be true, you know, they worship Bowyer, just like the Hashishin in Gothic 3 are worshipping Bowyer. But the Hashishin act for gold, profit, and use the arts of black magic under their control in order to pursue that goal, because black magic is powerful, you know. Bowyer's magic. Bowyer's followers are granted one thing. Those who believe in Bowyer will be granted high strength. They are very strong. Orcs are very strong. They have about 200 strength, give it or take. I will try to get with this one 200 dex, but I can't make any promises. But, you know, I'm gonna talk with every person, pickpocket. What does it mean to be a Paladin?
A Paladin is a warrior of Innos. He lives in order to serve him and fights in order to do him honor. In return, the gift of magic is bestowed upon us. The magic of runes, which we are granted as recognition for our deeds.
And the reason why I'm doing this, the only person that I will not pickpocket is Khorinis, due to the fact that if I steal his agenda now, it does not really make sense, you know. It's a bit too early to do that. So I will not pickpocket him, although I can, but it will disrupt the storyline, so I'm not gonna do that. But for the rest, everybody is going to be pickpocketed, because I have the dexterity to do so. Lord Hagen, everybody, Diego multiple times. Because also with every new chapter, some people, important people like Diego, will get their pickpocketing capabilities back. So you can re-pickpocket them for profits, which is always nice. I can, you know, steal his book, but like I said, I'm not gonna do that. It's disrupting the whole gameplay story, because it doesn't make, you know, sense that if I would pickpocket now, he would have told me about sleepers, giving him a deal once they've already made that deal. The sleepers already made that deal with him, but since it's not yet there.
What's your business here? If you want something, make an appointment.
It will be disturbing, you know. It will not make sense, you know, in 100% sense. So, but that's okay, you know. I'm not gonna do that. So you will be the only one who will I not pickpocket. But for the rest, every NPC will lose their loot. Who are you?
I am Larius, the local governor. Even if it may not seem so at the moment, I am the most powerful man in this city.
So you're in charge here?
Well, at the moment, my hands are tied. That Lord Hagen is in command here, for as long as he's in the city, at any rate.
What's up?
What business is it of yours? As long as the Paladins are in the city, Lord Hagen takes care of all the affairs that concern the city.
I didn't mean to intrude.
You have failed utterly at that, so go away.
Yeah, of course, Blackjack. Of course you can, Mage. Just type Meikitamemo, and once I will stop streaming, you know, which will be about in an hour or two, I will accept it, because if I alt-tab, I think Gothic 2 will then crash. But, you know, everybody can add me on Steam for all I care, you know, as long as I have these friend list space. But I'm preparing for that. What do I mean with preparing for it? Well, plain and simple, I have lots of games, and most of those games have Steam cards, right? With those Steam cards and the upcoming winter sale, summer sale, etc., I will use these cards to craft badges up to level 5, so I can level and get more friend spaces, more things, you know, and because it's fun. Later on, once I'm big, I'm gonna do make a separate channel, a separate YouTube account, you know, and with that YouTube account, with that Steam account, I will raid the games which have cards with the number of badges I was supposed to give it, right? So let's say which game has, you know, Saints Row 4. One of my games has cards. Well, I don't really like that game, so I would give it either 1 or a level 2 badge as a rating out of 5. You know, 1 is terrible, 2 is, you know, not good, but it could be worse, you know, number 1. And number 3 would be like, you know, it's okay. Number 4, it will be, well, it was fun enough to play, and 5 was, this game is amazing, you know. And for that I have to repurchase some of the games, which is just okay, you know. I don't mind that for a secondary Steam account, as in, you know, just to raid the games with proper badges. But on my main account I have to make sure that I get as much as much, you know, badges as possible, because it will boost my Steam account to a higher level. The higher level I am, the more friends I can, you know. Hey XO, oh, wait a second, just give me a second, XO, because I made you a promise, and I'm a man that keeps his promises. What's that? A new